Just looking for the moment.
Hey, 300,000 more. Nice, nice.
Yeah, this
MG, yeah, it's electric though.
So you're driving this up to Genting?
Waiting for the test
Okay.
car.
I'm waiting for your video. I follow every episode.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm Jimmy, by the way.
Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy, take a picture with you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Hey, Pastor Uncle Khong.
I'm 74 years old.
You're the best.
You're the best. Okay, go.
Yes, you may redeem it directly so long that you place your booking because here.
Okay,
Alright.
Okay, thank you for supporting the channel. Yeah, all right. See, guys, I got older fans and I got younger fans. Best of both worlds. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay. So this is the car that was so exciting last year, the Cyberster. It took them almost a year, but it's here and it's available for sale now. Yes, and if you want this car, you can do for me also lah. But the Cyberster I saw last year was red, and it looks better in red. But look at this, doors that go like this. Look at that. So this is really, really chunky, and see, it looks great. Oh, you look good in the car.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, so this is the Cyberster. That's the instrument panel, and it's really very simplistic, but this car is about performance and is about looks. This is the Cyberster. Always a favorite in terms of shape. When I was a young kid, I used to draw sports cars, and all of them invariably look like this. Yeah, from the front and from the back, all of them have this type of shape. So this is the one car that you have, and you can keep this car forever lah. But I don't know how long they can have the battery going, but it is a great car, and it's not so expensive. 300,000+ for a car that will beat a lot of supercars. All right, so this is the EV MG S5, and this is a C segment or B plus segment SUV, and good for people with family. See, so the people who come and look at this car are people with family. Hello. He's a bit scared. Okay, so only son? Hello. He doesn't want to look at me. Okay, bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, so this is the MG SUV. It's electric, and okay, this car comes from China, and all of them have very, very similar design cues. Yeah, so you can see here it's quite nice, a very nice dashboard, semi-flat bottom steering wheel, flat top, so that you don't get trapped. And of course, here's an auto, and then at the back, the basic SUV type of arrangement, and nice and comfortable, good size in the cabin, and of course a panoramic sunroof, and this one has got a sunshade. So what more do you want, man? And at the back, yes, looks very familiar. This one looks very familiar. So everybody has some cues. Well, you know, Volkswagen, Audi all sell very well in China, and you can look at this. This is so Volkswagen, so Audi, man. All right, so nice. And the tools are at the back here. Not very much tools, no spare tires, so you know there is a tire inflator kit. And of course, you can put your gold bars inside here. All right, if you don't have gold bar, you can put your shoes lah. And let's check electric boot. Yeah. So if I want to buy an electric SUV around this size, there's so many choices. Very, very competitive. So it's quite difficult to make a choice. Yeah. But anyway, this is the MG stand. And of course, we have the MG5, which is a B segment sedan. Okay. And I think this one is 1.5 liter Okay, a little bird told me they're coming in with the MG5 1.5 turbo. Yes, this will give the S70 a run for its money. So, this car, in terms of dimension, is about the same size as the S70. Of course, in China, they fight against each other lah. So, MG here brought in the 1.5, but sensing that, of course, the market, Malaysian drivers are all very fast drivers. All very fast. They are either very fast or they think they're very fast. And they want all the power you want. So having a 1.5 liter turbo engine may be something that you want. So let's look at this one. Nice. Okay, this one almost Honda Civic size, yeah? And this one is 80,000+. So just imagine turbocharger, maybe add another few thousand. The basics are already there. Rear disc brakes and front disc brakes. And also look at the interior. Really, really nice. Yeah. So in terms of size and price, no problem. And if you want a car has a bit more power than the Vios, yeah, this is it. It's actually bigger than the Vios, and it has more power, and of course it's made in China. So that is the one thing that a lot of people are a little bit wary of. But China cars have come a long, long way. Yeah, it's not like they only make cars for Malaysia, you know. They sell millions of them, hundreds of thousands of them in China. So they learn a lot about cars. And you worry about spare parts? Aiyo, you buy things on Taobao, you buy things on Lazada, and you buy from Shopee. But 80% of the stuff comes from China. How long do they take to deliver? A matter of 4 or 5 days, you know, and so cheap. So not like in the old days, you know, when you have a spare part in the car, it has to come from England, and you need a starter, and there's no starter here, and then you have to wait, you know, because they cannot send you by air freight because it's so expensive. So what they do is, one starter cannot send by ship, so they got to wait for all the shipments to gather. You get one shipment lot big enough to put on a boat, and then it will take another 2 or 3 months. And sometimes if the Suez Canal is not working, it takes even longer because they got to sail down through South Africa, you know. And so nowadays with air and with the system, the logistics that they have, that especially Chinese logistics are in terms of delivery, it's just 3 or 4 days from China, any part that you want by air. So why you worry about spare parts? And of course, the local distributors here want to do business, and so therefore they also make it a point to make sure they at least have the fast-moving parts, and even the slow-moving parts, they will have at least some minimal quantities. But even if it's not available, they can fly it in for you. It all depends on how important the business is to them. And in this market, it is very, very competitive. So every distributor in this country wants to do the best. And now with social media, so much noise is made. They have to actually work very hard to make sure the public image is good. So don't you worry, man. And look at the bill of the cars now. In the old days, you see cars, sir, this one, we cannot paint because it costs money. But look at it now, they got paint all over. You know, in the old days, they just spray a little bit there to make it look like they tried to spray. But look at this. This is high gloss paint in the interior. So they build cars differently now. So this is the 1.5 liter engine. I don't know how much power it has, but it has DVVT, which denotes like VTEC lah, or variable valve timing. And imagine turbocharger here. The place is already here for the turbo. So okay, so that's the MG5. I am actually looking forward to this new model. This one by itself is alright. It's alright. So the new model will be more exciting, and then maybe that one needs to go up Genting to have a check. Yeah. Alright, so this is the MG stand. Okay guys, we are looking at the Nissan Kicks, and this is the Impul version. So the Impul always have a little bit things extra, like this one I can see here is probably the bottom spoiler, and then of course they will have different wheels, yeah, and then they will have maybe extra embellishment at the bottom. Yes, you can see here, this is the impulse version. Yeah, so it's here. This is the embellishment, and let's see at the back. So they probably have a different spoiler. Yep. And so this is the impulse version of the Nissan Kicks. Yeah, so the Kicks is a kind of a new hybrid system where you have an engine that is powering charger. So it actually, the engine charges the battery and the battery runs the car. So this is a electric car basically, because all the power is through the motor, and electric cars running through the motor give you that different kick in the butt feeling when you get acceleration. And also there is actually no gearbox, yeah? It's just drive directly through the motor. And so this kind of system is what is really good for this country, because you don't have to worry about charging. So there's no range anxiety. And look at this here. So this is the power schematics. Okay, you have a fuel tank, and this tank is about, I don't know, maybe 50 liter, looks like a 50 liter tank. And this will give you more than 1,000 kilometers of range. And this is the battery. So in my review of the Kicks, which may or may not have been on the in my channel yet, you can see here, this is a lithium-ion battery, and it looks like it's located under the seats, under the driver's seat. Yeah. And this one, I think, if I remember correctly, is about 18 point something kilowatt hour. And so this is a smaller battery pack than in a full electric car. In a full electric car, the battery pack will be from here all the way to the back, and it will weigh maybe 300 to 400 or even 500 kilos, and that adds up to the weight. And having a fully electric car, the disadvantage is the weight, and because of the weight, they will need bigger brakes, and they also need tires that can actually take the load. So for heavier cars, the tires will wear out faster. So they got to build them stronger, and the sidewalls have to be thicker so that they can take the load. Yeah, and springs have to be stronger, shock absorbers have to be stronger because of the weight they take. So this is a very good alternative to having a full battery electric car. Look at that. That is the size of the battery. Yeah. So car like this would have a bigger battery than a hybrid, because the pure hybrid will have a smaller battery. Yeah. And so this one needs to have some power in the battery, a certain capacity, so that you can drive for a longer time. And because if you do a spurt and the battery is very small, you run out of battery and then you have problem. So they need to have a reasonable size, and so it's about 15, 16 or 18 kilowatts, and then it can sustain it, because you don't do sustained high-speed driving all the time. And when you slow down, it gives a chance for the engine to charge up the battery again. So that is the whole principle of the what you call engine-assisted electric car. And you don't have to charge the car. You don't have to worry about charging the car ever, because the charging is done by the engine. So you cannot buy this car and then modify the engine for more power. No, because the engine does nothing. It's a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine, and all it does is charge up the battery at the back, and the battery powers the electric motor, and this is a front-wheel drive system. So was that comprehensive enough? I didn't refer to any notes because I don't have any notes, and that's all I know about the Kick system. Actually, it's a very, very good system, and you should consider this, especially if you live in an area where there's no charging facility. Yeah? So this is the one way to go electric without going electric. The best of both worlds. All right? So that is the Kick system, and this is another iteration. This is the base model of the Nissan Kicks without all the dress-ups, and it looks pretty good to me. So this is actually a B segment, A-B segment. It's slightly smaller than the HRV, but it's got a very cute size. Some people find the HRV a little bit big, and if you thought the HRV is too big, maybe this is what you're going to look at. Yeah. So this is the B segment, good for 4 to 5 people. And the boot, how? Look at the boot, man. Look at the boot. This is a big. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear the echo or not? Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, this is a humongous boot. And if you thought there wasn't enough space, you can fold down the rear seats. Woo! Okay, man. The sky's the limit in terms of boot. This is a large boot. I'm quite surprised. I didn't look at it when I drove the car, but look at it now. So big, man. All right, so this is the last stand for the day, and this is the Navara. Okay, Navara has been around for a long time, and so I don't suppose they want to show you the standard Navara, but I think the theme for this is to show you what the Navara can do in your hands. Yes, you have a nice kangaroo bar. So for Malaysia, it's a buffalo bar. No kangaroos here. All right, so this helps to strengthen the front, and it's heavy and strong, and you can put your winch here, I think. And then you have the upgraded tires and upgraded suspension. Yeah, this one has got a double wishbone front suspension, and I suspect those springs and shockers could be from APM. Yeah, so nice. And this is the Ironman snorkel. When you go underwater, the engine can still breathe as long as this part stays on top of the water and no water goes in. You won't break your engine. So it's not just this. From here, it connects to the air cleaner and the intake of the engine, and it has to be a perfect seal, because if water gets inside there, also kaput. All right, then this is for outdoor life. They have changed this bar to something that's stronger, so you can actually stand on it. And up there, you have the Ironman camper. Yes. So this is for the outdoor life. If you don't like what you see in the city, on the weekend you can fold this up and go camping. Of course, it all folds down into something that looks really nice and neat. And here is your storage compartments. I've seen some of this stuff that's pretty good. You can, wow, look at that. You can extend it, and you can do all kinds of things you want with it. Some of them I see they also have a stove and cooking facilities and a sink for you to, and water for you to shower. So this is what you call the outdoor lifestyle, and it's all here at the Nissan Navara exhibit. Okay, so let's move on to another of the Nissan models, and you have here, this is actually a very, very nice car. Is the Almera 1 liter turbo. Very, very nice and powerful car. It's been around for quite a while. It's very, very underrated. I've driven it, great car. Yeah, and of course, this is one of the mainstays of Nissan in Malaysia. This is the Serena, and of course this one is the import version, but basically the Serena is a 2 liter MPV, 7-seater, selling for about 160,000, and it's really, there's no competitor to it in this price range. So this is one of the alternatives for a 7-seater MPV if you want. So guys, this is Hall A, the main exhibit hall, and there are another 2 halls over that side, and we have actually covered them in another video, so you watch them separately. And this is the main hall, and that's what we're going to do for today. So don't forget, from 9 to the 15th of May, you can come and be a part of this show and browse the cars that you like. No obligation to buy. So now you can see car and don't buy, otherwise you go to the showroom, after you see the car, oh shy, I don't buy, not nice, you know. So you can come here and ask any questions you want, have a look at all the cars you want to look, and enjoy yourself, yeah? And so don't forget, this is the Malaysia Auto Show, and this is YS Khong signing off for today. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.